Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from the bank. Deontay Hardy to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Hey, Alpha, say hi. 180. Headshot. Middle.
Running once more with Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Another run for Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go.
From the gun, Jackson. He puts some power on a deep one left. They connect on the deep shot. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. His first throw is an interception. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Has it at the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Hey, Ozzy, shut up. Alpha.
Henry. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Harris once more. He's got a gain of 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Steelers with some work to do, trailing in this game. So now here's 3rd and 5. Wilson now off the play action. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's throwing deep to the left side, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push... downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Wilson on 1st and 10. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Hey, alert.
From the red zone now. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Russ. This one's caught. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Middle. Ready. Ready shot. 180. Ready shot. Shot.
Throwing it just before halftime. He's trying to go deep again. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with a give to Harris. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Justin Matabike making that stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
14. Good job right there. Good.
Wilson now from the gun. He lofts it deep left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, middle. Let's go. Sit high. Sit high.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Buying some time left. This finds Likely. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
They put Flowers in motion right. Jackson now on third. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're up against it here on fourth down.
DC, right? You are X. 180. 180. 180 shot.
Looking to throw. Pushes this one towards the sideline. He's got it, and the feet are in bounds too. Forget that it was fourth down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Lamar throwing again. Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to keep it this time. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On first down, Jackson. He puts some power on a deep one left. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And that's good for a gain of 5. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 24. It's Pickens on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here.
14, run it.
On first down, it's Wilson. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
On second down, Warren. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
It's Warren on third down. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Wilson with it on first. Freiermuth there to bring it in. A lot of mess on the move here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut it to a point late in this one. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Now Boswell on to send this away. Hardy on the return. And look at this return. Still going strong at the 30. And what a return. He finds a way through and to that end zone. That's going to give him the lead late. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw it. Searching for somewhere to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A carry by Harris here to start the drive. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Play action. It's Wilson. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. They'll get 18 yards there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. Trying to push it deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Throwing now. He completes it in traffic. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Ross is cooking again.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Harris will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. And that's a touchdown. Great catch there, and with almost no time left, well, Brock, they're going to need a miracle, but it is still possible. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Hardy on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hey, hey.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He throws a bullet to the... That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines. But for a lot of the guys coming into this